Good evening and welcome to a summary of the news. His Majesty King Abdullah, the Supreme Commander of the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army, said Jordan derives its strength and stability from the distinctive cohesion of its people and emphasized that the whole nation should stand together to safeguard the country, develop the society and overcome economic challenges. Addressing an iftar banquet he hosted for Army personnel and retirees yesterday, His Majesty stressed that his priority is to upgrade the capabilities of the armed forces in order to keep pace with rapid regional developments. King Abdullah also said he is confident that the army is capable of confronting all threats. Several ministries and government entities will start providing electronic service starting January 1st, 2018, by which date they will stop using paperwork, according to a decision made by the Cabinet today. In the meeting chaired by Prime Minister Hani al-Mulki, the Cabinet directed the entities and concerned authorities to put in place their electronic facilities as of July 1st, promote them and train their staff. These services include land registration with the Department of Land and Survey, obtaining non-conviction certificates from the Ministry of Justice, renewal of professional licenses and payment of traffic violations and property tax with the Amman municipality, vehicle license renewal with the Drivers and Vehicle Licensing Department, as well as services by the Social Security Department. Minister of Foreign and Expatriates Affairs Ayman Safadi was briefed by UN Special Envoy to Yemen Ismail Wald Sheikh Ahmed about efforts to find a political solution to the conflict in Yemen. Safadi told the envoy that Jordan backed diplomacy to arrive at a solution to the crisis based on UN Security Council resolutions, the outcome of national dialogue and the Gulf Initiative. Ahmed commended Jordan's support of efforts to bring about peace and security in Yemen and the kingdom's cooperation with the envoy's office, which will be based in Amman. Separately, in a telephone call, the foreign minister discussed with his Australian counterpart, Julie Bishop, the situation in the Middle East and expressed Jordan's condemnation of a terrorist attack in Melbourne yesterday, which killed one person. Safadi also called Slovak Minister of Foreign and European Affairs, Miroslav Lajčák, who will chair the UN General Assembly's 27th session, which opens in September. He said the friendship between Jordan and Slovakia will be translated into effective cooperation and coordination. The Syrian Democratic Forces SDF launched a battle to capture the city of Raqqa, Daesh's de facto capital, piling pressure on the terrorists. The US-backed SDF struck Daesh terrorists crossing the Euphrates to support their comrades in Raqqa on the first day of the battle to drive the group from the city. And as the SDF began to push into districts of Raqqa city, the coalition used both air and artillery strikes to hit Daesh defenses. Between yesterday and today, the coalition struck tactical units and destroyed boats, fighting positions, vehicles and a weapons store. And in neighboring Iraq, forces have made tentative advances on the last Daesh-held enclave in Mosul, but have been forced to leave their heavy armor behind and advance on foot out of fears for civilian safety. In their advance, the Iraqi army seized a building that had been used by Daesh as a prison for former army officers and kidnapped Yazidis. With the recapture of Siha district by Iraq's counter-terrorism service on Friday, the terrorists' remaining territory has shrunk to 3 districts alongside the western bank of the Tigris River, namely the densely populated Old City Center, Zanjili and the Medical City. Daesh had ordered dozens of families living in Zanjili district to move into the Old City to prevent them from escaping towards the Iraqi forces. An Israeli planning committee approved blueprints for the first new Jewish settlement in the West Bank in 2 decades and for the construction of some 1,800 other shelter homes in the occupied territory. Peace Now, an Israeli anti-settlement group that monitors settlement activity in the West Bank, though could not confirm the reports, said that settlement's expansion will be a huge obstacle for a potential of a 2-state solution. Meanwhile, in the Gaza Strip, Israeli soldiers opened fire at Palestinians they allege were throwing stones near the border fence, killing 1 man and wounding 7 others. French police shot and wounded a man who attacked officers with a hammer outside the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The motive for the attack was not immediately clear. However, the French Interior Minister said the attacker shouted, "This is for Syria," when he smashed at 3 police officers. Furthermore, the minister said the man was carrying the ID card of an Algerian student. Amal Clooney gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl, today, the first children for the international human rights lawyer and her movie star husband, George Clooney. Clooney's publicist issued a statement saying Ella and Alexander were doing well, but did not say where they were born. The Clooneys adopted a low profile during Amal's pregnancy, keeping the news private for months before it was confirmed in February by the actor's close friend Matt Damon. Amal Clooney has largely continued her work as human rights lawyer, addressing the United Nations in March and urging the international community to investigate crimes committed by Daesh in Syria and Iraq. And finally, moderate conditions continue for the rest of tonight with light variable winds. Hot conditions prevail across the kingdom tomorrow with a high of 33 degrees Celsius in Amman. And the Gulf of Aqaba should expect temperatures to reach 40 degrees, while winds will be northerly moderate and the seas slightly choppy. That's all for tonight. Have a pleasant evening.